because real estate is not, something where you can have quick money. It's a completely hyped market. People are buying left, right, center. You don't know if the prices will still fall down or prices will go up. That is when the right time for people to start investing and hold on.
What is a good holding period you would recommend to someone?
I would say at least
since you were talking about all these things happening in the economy that affect your business, I also wanted to understand for our audience here, if you could elaborate on what are the different cycles that the real estate market goes through, and from the point of view of an investor who is investing in real estate, right? Is it very similar to the economic cycle that we go through, the boom and the recession, or is it different? What is the time?
See, there are totally 4 phases in your real estate cycle. The first being the restructure phase. So the restructure phase is that phase when the overall economy of the country or the entire world is going through a recession, or we have some downfall in the economy due to being COVID or anything as such. So that phase is when the industry is also trying to cope up with the pricing, start coming up into the picture. People are trying to look at investment to be done or not to be done, because the industry is still at the fertile stage where you don't know if the prices will still fall down or prices will go up. So that is the first phase of the industry. The second phase is the expansion phase. So this phase is where you have the property is starting to get into launch. There are a lot of under construction projects coming into launch and a lot of new inventory coming in. Prices are getting stable at that point of time. People are investing. Commercial properties are giving you good returns. There are launches happening and inventory is coming in, and you get early investment opportunity. And you know that the market is stable, so you have a lot of buyers coming into the market. Then you have the growth stage. The growth stage is the stage where it's a completely hyped market. Market is completely booming. Prices have increased tremendously. People are buying left, right, center. People are trying to invest more. Your commercial properties are giving you better returns. Residential rents have increased. So people are looking at either investing in residential properties or in commercial properties because your rentals have increased.
Yeah.
And then comes the recession stage again, where again you'll see that because of some economic downtowns, the entire industry is going into either prices are slashing down or people are waiting for the properties to reduce their prices, and then again try to grab that opportunity to invest into real estate and hold on for the next positive cycle to come into.
Right.
So, these are the 4 cycles which every time real estate industry goes through.
Right.
And that is how from 2018 till now, the entire cycle has been. So, 2018 we had an economy down because of the global recession happening. Yeah. We had 2020, we had the COVID. And after 2020 COVID, you saw in 2021, there were good launches which were happening in the industry. People started investing in back. 2023, today we are in a market where the market is having good price inflation everywhere. Property prices have gone up. SR value, the guidance values of the properties have gone up. Property taxes have still remained the same, but then people have got opportunities to invest into real estate at this point of time. And they would again look at holding on and not selling any properties at this point of time and hold for the next cycle to come, where they will know that okay, the prices again are going to start increasing.
Yeah, that's interesting. And like roughly how long is the timeline for each cycle in real estate?
So the recession cycle is very small. The timeline for that would be around 12 months to 18 months or a year or two. And then comes your expansion cycle. The expansion cycle is for good 3 to 4 years.
3 to 4 years. So you have the restructuring, expansion, growth and recession. And then whenever the expansion is there, it's like is it the longest?
Yeah, expansion is the longest because you have projects coming in, launching, under construction, and the completion of that project is that timeline of the industry. Because most of the projects which come into the market would be in a time frame of 3 to 4 years completion.
Right.
That is when the expansion.
So is there any pointers for the audience to identify which cycle they are experiencing right now?
I think people can identify based on the overall economy of the country, how it is going, how the GDP is increasing and or developing, and how the real estate industry is contributing to the GDP. So based on that, they will be able to evaluate that, okay, are they, if the property prices have, if there are builders who are going and slashing their property prices, that means they are into the recession stage. Because either the country is going through economic downfall, and that is when they are looking at either maintaining their cash flow and still running and going smooth.
Yeah.
And they will be able to analyze when the industry is in the expansion stage, because a lot of projects are getting launched. That is when the right time for people to start investing and hold on, because real estate is not something where you can have quick money.
Buying and selling, like
Buying and selling is
Svamitva.
not going to give you good returns. You will have to hold on for good point of time in real estate, is when you'll be able to get good returns.
What is a good holding period you will recommend to someone?
I would say at least 3 to 5 years.
3 to 5 years. And you should be, what stage of the property development should you buy or?
It would be either at the launch stage. You should always invest in real estate either at the launch stage or at the pre-launch stage. Because you will also see a good price increase from your pre-launch to launch.
Yeah.
So you can either buy it in the pre-launch stage or at the launch stage, because by the end of the cycle of the completion of the project, you would obviously have got good returns, and you can still exit at that point of time.
You can still exit.
Yeah.